Hello everyone, and welcome to today's session on organization disruption in future threats analysis. In this lesson, we'll explore the different types of risks organizations face, both internal and external, and how economic, social, and market trends influence business operations. We'll also examine the organizational environment, including internal and external factors, and see how businesses can anticipate future threats. By the end, you'll have a clearer understanding of how to prepare and adapt. Understanding business threats. A business threat is any exposure that might lead to lower revenue, reduced profits, or financial losses. Risks are part of daily operations across all industries. They can affect efficiency or stop a company from achieving financial goals. No plan can eliminate risks completely, but proper planning allows companies to foresee challenges and respond effectively. Categorizing risks makes it easier to design strategies that target the right problems. Sources of internal risks. Internal risks come from within the organization. They include human factor risks, illnesses or injuries that reduce workforce productivity, strikes, dishonesty by workers, poor leadership, supplier failures, or customers refusing to pay. Technological risks, outdated systems, IT failures, or lack of technical support. For example, server downtime can cause lost revenue and idle employees. Physical risks, damage to company resources or assets. Businesses often use credit insurance to reduce financial losses, especially from unpaid invoices. Internal risks highlight the importance of strong management, up-to-date systems, and protective measures. External risk factors and economic trends. External risks come from outside forces, and many are economic in nature. Economic risks. Changes in market conditions. Companies can respond by reducing costs or diversifying their client base. Consumer confidence. When customers feel optimistic, they spend more, boosting business success. Economic growth influences long-term investments and upgrades. Inflation raises costs of materials and utilities, forcing companies to increase prices. Interest rates affect borrowing costs, especially for small and medium businesses. Unemployment impacts consumer purchasing power. Low unemployment means higher spending. These factors show how economic health directly affects organizational performance. External risks, natural and political. Natural risks, disasters like earthquakes, floods, or storms that damage facilities and disrupt operations. Insurance helps, but it rarely covers lost revenue during downtime. Political risks, changes in laws, tariffs, or taxes. For example, import-export restrictions can hurt profits. Credit insurance can provide protection, but predicting political changes is challenging. Organizational priorities. Organizational priorities are the most critical actions, products, or services an organization delivers. In sectors like sports and recreation, ranking priorities can be difficult because many are interconnected. Scenario mapping and recovery planning help organizations identify which priorities matter most as restrictions change. Quick, targeted feedback from stakeholders ensures decisions reflect the needs of members and partners. Publishing a priority list also shows transparency and builds trust. Business operations. Business operations are about managing internal processes for efficiency and effectiveness. They involve both strategic decisions and day-to-day execution. In small businesses, there may not be a dedicated operations manager. Instead, both owners and employees need to understand how industry processes affect daily tasks. Improving operations means aligning systems and processes with long-term strategy. Social trends affecting operations. Social trends influence how companies operate. Relationships. Trends shape marketing and customer engagement. Startups can use social trends effectively, while large companies may appear impersonal. Products. Changing customer interests drive product innovation. For example, demand for eco-friendly goods pushes companies to adjust materials and methods. Internal decisions, privacy and data protection laws emerge from social media trends. Businesses must adapt to legal frameworks. Environmental awareness. Climate change drives demand for sustainable practices, though they require high investment. Equality. Customers expect fairness and diversity in staff and advertising. Social media and privacy. Businesses must balance advertising with respect for customer data. Market trends affecting operations. Key market trends also disrupt organizations. Increased demand, rebounds in consumer confidence and stimulus measures constrain production capacity. Higher labor costs, shortages push companies to pay more to attract talent. Supply constraints, global supply chain disruptions, such as during the pandemic, limit inventory. Rapid technology changes. Businesses must adapt quickly to new tools and customer habits. Sustainability expectations. Consumers and regulators demand ecological responsibility, even if it increases short-term costs. Global trade issues, tariffs, political upheavals, and regulatory changes disrupt supply chains. Inflation raises transportation and production costs, directly affecting spending patterns. Organisational environment. Organisations operate within both internal and external environments. Internal environment, staff, management, and corporate culture. External environment, forces outside the company that shape performance. These include political, economic, technological, and socio-cultural factors. Task environment, owners, customers, suppliers, labour, and competitors, all of which directly interact with the organisation. Together, these environments shape the risks and opportunities businesses face. In conclusion, organisations face multiple disruptions from internal risks, external forces, economic shifts, social expectations, and market dynamics. The ability to identify, analyse, and prioritise these threats allows businesses to adapt and remain resilient. Thank you for joining today's session. I hope these insights help you better understand how to analyse future threats and strengthen your organisation's preparedness